Rwanda is a country in transition. For the last decade, Rwanda has focused its development agenda on moving from a low-income agricultural economy to a middle-income knowledge economy by the year 2020. Since 2005, the World Bank's eRwanda project has played a crucial catalytic role in helping Rwanda meet that goal through the innovative use of information and communication technology, or ICT. eRwanda balances connectivity with access and training and e-government applications to create cross-cutting development impact and foster private sector development, helping Rwanda become a center for knowledge, innovation, and technology in East Africa. eRwanda grew out of the country's Vision 2020 objectives, which identified ICT as a major pillar of growth and development. With a budget of only $10 million, eRwanda demonstrates how a small catalytic program can play a disproportionate role in achieving development impact.
eRwanda has taught us a lesson. Whatever it is we're doing, how can we build in where ICT can leverage impact?
Information and communication technology for a country like Rwanda is a must. We have, from early on, identified it as one of our top priorities.
There was a sense of urgency from the word go, from the very first day. So we immediately got to work. As our president likes to say, Rwanda is a country in a hurry.
Establishing nationwide connectivity is the foundation upon which eRwanda's other elements are built. The project worked with the government and the World Bank's Regional Communications Infrastructure Program to complete the country's 2,500-kilometer fiber optic network.
This was a challenge for us to bring broadband everywhere in the country, because the East African region, including Rwanda, was almost the only part remaining in the world that was not also connected to the submarine cables. So it was decided to build broadband networks in every country in East Africa, including Rwanda, which we actually did, constructing fiber infrastructure, linking all the parts of the country and the borders, so that we could get interconnectivity with our neighbors and also interconnectivity to the world.
eRwanda's access and training component recognizes that ICT development is as much about capacity building as it is about connectivity. While the national network was being developed, eRwanda was preparing to link it to telecenters in each of the country's 30 districts. These centers provide access to high-speed internet, as well as training in ICT applications.
At the very beginning, you can see that eRwanda focused on bringing ICT closer to the community. Because when you look to the structure of those telecenters, they are not just centers where you access information, but they serve also as training center, where soft skills like entrepreneurship, project design, project management can be delivered through telecenters.
But we also realize that we have a lot of areas in some of these districts that don't have electricity. So that problem gave birth to a new and innovative idea that we call the ICT bus.
The idea for the ICT bus came about to bring the digital divide to the rural remoteness and where people are in really need of the ICT services. Most of them, once they come to this training, it's their first time to touch a computer. Many of them are here to learn basic usage of ICT so that when they go back to their home, this should be something that tickle their mind and allow them think that in the future they could have their own laptops connected to the internet, and therefore slowly but surely these people can be able to eliminate their poverty.
eRwanda leveraged the high-speed network to improve government efficiency and provide local access to services, such as streamlined passport applications and business registration.
A critical component of the eRwanda project is to improve the efficiency and effectiveness with which government conducts its business.
So we want to create a platform where whatever government services are provided to the end users, the citizens, they're able to access all this online.
And you'd say, but maybe citizens don't have money to get access to internet. Well, what we're trying to do is have them all go to the telecenter and have there enough trained staff to show them which website to go to, where's the information, where's the form they need to download.
It has already improved. It used to go for 2 weeks, but right now it takes like 3 days to actually get your passport.
eRwanda also financed a document tracking and workflow management system for the whole of government.
We thought computerizing some of the functions and some of the processes and taking advantage of the information and communication technologies would help government serve its people much better, faster, and make government officials more productive, less corrupt, more accountable, and more transparent.
In my view, this is one of the most efficient projects we have done in the e-government space, which is relatively a new space for the World Bank to be in.
eRwanda is demonstrating cross-cutting development impact in this conflict-affected country, improving the quality of healthcare, providing benefits to youth and women, and enhancing market information in agriculture through advancements like eSoko. The eSoko application, which allows farmers to access current market prices over their mobile phones, won a 2011 Technology and Government Award from the UN Economic Commission for Africa.
Before ICT introduction, it was not possible to know how the prices are throughout the country, but now it is possible, even on your mobile phone. Then you can know which city of this country needs, for example, beans, because people are now connected.
There are many sectors where ICT is cross-cutting, in education, for example, better healthcare delivery, but also in agriculture, in the justice sector. We found that by focusing on ICT, we can come up with ICT as an enabler of the overall development agenda.
eRwanda is helping develop a modern private sector, one that will thrive in the new knowledge-based economy and help Rwanda realize its Vision 2020 goals.
If we have the government and we have the development partners and there's no private sector, then you have nothing, because ultimately what we're actually building is the private sector itself. We need to see at the national level how do we leverage what has been invested in the past in terms of infrastructure and systems and processes to build a viable and vibrant private sector that can sustain these developments. And I think there's room for the World Bank and other partners to play.
The private sector will not willingly go to areas where they will lose money. And the rural areas today do not have enough of a critical mass of ICT users to entice private sector to go there. So these are the areas that the government and donors need to keep subsidizing, at least for the next 2 to 3 years.
We're not yet at a place to fully appreciate the impacts that the eRwanda project will have. I think probably in 2 or 3 years from now, it will become a lot more evident.
All that we did was to lay the foundation, so to say, to just put in place the building blocks. The greatest challenge lays ahead.
In Rwanda, we don't take ICT just as a computer skills. We consider ICT as a tool to improve the life of our people. They have to use that computer to communicate, to network with the world. If we are saying that the world has become a village, it has to become a village for Rwandans too.